Captain, of course, is our highest ranked player in the team. I played against him a couple of practice games a few games ago, and yeah, his I would say that his TDZ is his best matchup. He's very active with the initial 4 Hellions to deny creep spread, and he isn't the 4 Hellions actually he used to purely to deny creep. He doesn't push it up the ramp, he doesn't take any unnecessary risk. He denies watchtower, denies vision, and this makes a strong timing push. So I guess his strong uh, captain's... Oh, okay, we have a little bit lag by captain. But anyway, this is game number 1 between Captain and Vulcan, TVP.
Yeah, I want to see what he does, because I don't like TVP very much. I want to see how he beats Vulcan.
Yeah, but Captain is actually a very strong advocate of the Marine tank push, and I talked to him a little bit before the tournament. He says against Protoss, he favors a very heavy ghost play, simply because of the EMP and nukes. So I won't be surprised to see Captain taking a expansion immediately after 1 Rex. Vulcan, on the other hand, I'm not sure whether he practiced against Captain before, but he might choose to play this game a little bit more cautiously. Might throw down a gateway, take a gas and a cyber core, and throw down additional 2 gateways and a robo bay before taking his expansion. But we see his probe going out to scout, so Captain's first Rex is coming down, and oh, so Captain's playing it safe as well. He's taking down the first gas. Uh, I'm not sure. It might be I saw a game like this before. What the Terran did was he went into Hellions and made a strong Marine Hellion push. So I don't know. We might see this out from Captain, but be interesting to see how Vulcan reacts to the fast gas by the Terran.
Yeah, so we've got Probe stealing him 5 minerals, and it's gonna go
It's
around
a
for
gangster
another.
probe.
Yeah, it's gonna go around another
All right,
loop.
so check it out. So Captain is probably gonna delay his buildings a little bit until after he takes out the probe. I will be expecting to see Captain throw down the expansion, but since his SCV didn't see a Nexus, he's probably going to go out and he's going to scout the Cyber Core, Gateway, and the Simulator, harvesting close to 100 gas. He's probably just going to throw down more barracks to respond to this. And yes, we see that from Captain, threw down the second gas and went for a factory, so he might be going for a 1-1-1 build. No, he threw down the reactors. So yeah, going to be a strong Hellion Marine push.
Yeah, it could be a 1-1-1. I don't know if you should make Hellions this early. You'd have to wait, because against 1 Zealot and 1 Stalker, you'd need more than 4 Hellions.
That's right. But let's see how he plays this out. Timing is perfect. Let's see. Yeah, so you're right. He's going for a quick one-on-one build. Very strong against Protoss. Uh, this Vulcan's probe is chilling at Captain's 4th actually. But Captain has the Zelnaga tower. I'm not sure if has he scouted out the expansion. No, he doesn't know that Vulcan has an expansion, so he's just gonna go and play it safe, I guess.
Yep. So both players haven't scouted the natural.
Ooh, interesting. Vulcan's actually, he's mining 2 gases, but he has 2 probes in each. So he might be going for a little bit light on tech. Usually, as a Zerb, I would do this if I'm going for a Link Baiting all-in. So I'm not sure about Protoss. I don't think it's a mistake because it's quite obvious. So here we see that he's throwing down additional gateways. You can see the initial Hellion poking in. don't think it's gonna do much damage. It's a little bit probes and just gonna take it out. Just so the Hellion managed to wiggle past. He might do a little bit of damage here if Vulcan's not paying attention. He needs to pull away the weak probes, but keep the rest in check. Oh, there you go. So the Stalker takes out the Hellion. And we see a sizable Marine army right now. And we see Banshees coming out, but no cloak. So this is a typical Marine opening against... We see Siege Tank Tech coming out, but still no expansion from Captain.
Yeah, so it must be one base all in, or he's just gonna try to deny Vulcan's natural.
That's right. So we're gonna see him. Okay, he's just gonna pressure with his Banshee and fold up with another. He's just gonna pressure with 2 Banshees while he builds out his Marine tank. As I said, he's a strong advocate of this Marine tank push. So I won't be surprised to see him push up as soon as.
A Siege Tech
Okay,
is
we see
finishing,
Vulcan trying to take out the.
and his
That's
second,
relatively
I think he'll
soon.
move on the second tank, pops out.
Yes, that's right. So the Banshee just being a little bit annoying, denying some mining, forcing Vulcan to produce more Stalkers. And well, Robo Bay coming. Robo Bay is down for, but he hasn't produced an Ops yet. Uh, Saving up quite a bit of Chrono Boost. Second Banshee en route. Might do a two-prong harass, but Vulcan already has Stalkers already waiting there. Oh, 3 tanks out now, so Captain going out for a very strong push. Third Banshee coming down.
Yeah, it looks like definitely one base all in, and he's... Let's see the army supply.
Yeah, that's right. And
That's
Vulcan,
a 40,
actually what
40
Banshees
army,
actually did.
40 army supply to 25.
Okay. So what those Banshees actually did was it actually prevented Vulcan from mining, mining for one, and it actually made Vulcan afraid to produce probes. And now we only see, oh, nice snipe of Sentry, a full energy Sentry in fact. Now we're only now seeing Vulcan produce probes. He's very light on probes. So he has him a little bit face. He has 1 assimilator with 4 probes in his main. So okay, here's the push coming out. Oh, it's an all-in with all those SCVs.
Oh. And he's
Not
still
sure.
got
Okay,
plenty of
he's gonna.
SCVs mining.
Okay. So Vulcan's gonna scout it out with his 2. Like, see, pull back. Oh, it's not. Okay. So he's responding with this with 2 additional sentries, but might be a quick win here for our captain. What he's gonna do is probably just gonna whittle down the sentry energy by forcing force fields, and yeah. But Colossus is first Colossus is just gonna come out, so it might help Vulcan save a little bit.
You should repair those Banshees, and he started to, but then he moved forward.
So here we go. Okay.
Yeah, all those
So the
SCVs are on
Colossus, I
auto
like to see the
repair.
Colossus. It's a strong push by. We already see a G from Vulcan.
Yeah, he didn't even need the tanks. Yeah, that's right. If you send a cloak Banshee, then they can't send the observer to your base. They have to keep it back at home. And if you have 2 cloak Banshees, and they need 2 observers, so it really halts that robo production.
Yeah, that's right. Well, game number 2, Captain and Vulcan. Vulcan, let's see what trick he can pull out of his hand. He might try a all-in, I'm not sure, but Captain to play safely in this game.
I don't know. I think we'll see the same thing again. Vulcan didn't seem to be able to stop it, so probably do it again.
Yeah. And yeah, this is a great map. This is actually a great map for airplay. There's a lot of airspace, a lot of dead space around the maps, and if you notice, the main and the natural has a very short distance in between. So I wouldn't be surprised for if Captain goes for a double Banshee play, he position one in his main and position another in his in uh, Vulcan's natural to harass both at the same time. And once again, behind Vulcan's back, produce macro up a sizable marine tank army, and just take the game.
Yep, so we've got the rack starting. Um, there hasn't been the gas and is saving up his minerals. I think it's going to be one rack expand. Meanwhile, I think
Yeah,
Vulcan might go
that's right.
for 3-gate robo or 4-gate.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, oh yeah, that's right. So one racks into expansion. Uh, Vulcan doesn't know about. Oh, he's gonna scout this out shortly. He's gonna know about it, and he would want to throw down a nexus on his own. Well, he's still mining gas though. Getting out his zealot in shortly. So I'd love to see him respond by getting a nexus of his own and try to macro up from there and build up a sizable army. And yes, that's exactly what he's doing.
His scout will see the gas in the gateway and it'll come back out and probably see the natural.
Yeah, and Vulcan is actually still mining gas. I'm surprised he didn't take off at 100 just to research blockade. So he might be tacking up slowly behind this, or could have forgotten about it. But let's see. Captain is following up the expansion with additional two barracks, which is standard. So a bunker coming out is looking to saturate his natural. Vulcan on the other hand, still mining gas, shows down the cyber core and pylon. I'd love to see a forge show as soon as possible to wall off his natural and start macroing.
Okay, so get the 3 racks into double gas. I think he's gonna go 3 racks, then build his factory and starport. Might put the tech lab on straight away so he can get stim started. And there it is. So he'll get his factory up any
That's right.
second, and then the starport, and then he'll probably put on the add-ons to his barracks.
Yeah, that's right. So, see a robotics facility coming down for Vulcan. I'm gonna get this quick observer up just to check out what Captain is doing. Captain's already bunkered out his natural, and still just building probes, getting stim, and getting his first marauder out, and yeah, that's basically macro from here. Both players are probably just gonna play passively from here.
Yeah, so Vulcan's got the 1-gate robo into 3-gate robo. He's taken his gas too early. He's banking up a lot of gas. He only needed 1 gas to start off that build. But
Yeah, that's right.
maybe he's going to go into some early tech.
Yeah. But he's throwing down additional gateways, bringing a total of 5 gateways. He's still not taking his natural gases, so I guess we won't be seeing Colossus anytime soon. He might go into the pure gateway army. He's already so 5 gates online. He might go for a push shortly after this, just to pressure a little bit while he takes the turret. But at the same time, we see Captain pushing out. The observer is just gonna barely see the Marauder. You see a SCV following Captain's army, so he could be feigning pressure, or he might be going for it.
Yeah, if Vulcan can warp out 5 stalkers here, he should be fine. But the Immortal comes out with good force fields, he should hold this fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. But then, yeah, we see that Captain's really pulling out. He's just gonna waste Vulcan. He's gonna get Vulcan to stop producing probes, and he's gonna waste a few cycles on units rather than just probes. So yeah, we see pushing back. What's Vulcan doing behind this? It's just macroing, still not taking out, getting a factory though. Just probably going to go for starport Medivacs. Vulcan on the other hand, she's attacking up. You know, he's getting a second immortal. Uh, Probably just going to get his third and fourth gas soon, but slowly building up his immortal sentry zealot stalker army.
Yeah, he put his add-ons on his barracks before the factory and starport so he could put that pressure on. But now,
That's right.
if there's any high tech that would have came out, he would have been in big trouble.
Yeah, that's right. So, third immortal, fourth immortal actually coming out. So Vulcan's going very immortal heavy. Sentry's saving a lot of energy, so I'd love to see a lot of clutch force fields later. He's still no forge to get those upgrades though. Does Captain have an engineering bay? Yes, he does. He's gonna get his +1 armor soon. And with the help of those medivexes, his fireball is gonna be very strong.
Yeah, his +1 attack's already finished, and he's got his stim and he's got his combat shield. So he's ready for anything at the moment, and unless we see some Colossus or High Templar.
Yeah, that's right. So both players still playing a little bit passively. Captain's factory going out to scout as usual. Guesses, and Captain's going for his third unfaced. Feeling rather comfortable with his marine around the ball. Well, you see Vulcan pushing out at the same time, so we might see a battle in the middle shortly. I would love to see Vulcan spend all those chrono boosts on gateways to get out a lot of projection cycles, but let's see what's going on now.
That factory saved a base trade right there.
That's right.
Because Captain was going up the top, Vulcan at the same time was going down. If that factory wasn't there.
Vulcan should probably pull back here. This is a bad engagement for Vulcan. He should probably just stay on the high ground here, so he gets high ground advantage. Just wait for Captain to push up, do a couple of force fields, and slowly take out the marine Marauder ball, rather than just push down.
Yeah, this is a strong push if you've got good position, but you shouldn't engage him out in the open.
But very good force fields on Vulcan to narrow down the space where the marine ball can work. But yeah, with the help of the 5 immortals, Vulcan should be able to take out this army with reinforcing zealots and stalkers. But once again, yeah, he's saving up a lot of chrono boosts. He should probably just spend it all on gateways and take a third behind this.
Yeah, that was really, really close. It didn't have to be. His force fields didn't trap anything, he just separated and created small chokes. And needs to really trap them. Yeah. But in comes
so Vulcan's
another battle, but
okay, so
it's got so many zealots now.
It shouldn't be a problem for Vulcan. Even with Captain's +1/+1, it's just not going to do much against this 4 immortal push. So Vulcan's reinforcing with a couple of zealots and stalkers. Well, Captain's third has it separated, so yep, that's it.
Yeah, that was very well done.
Yes, that's right. Well, like you said, those force will actually change the tide of the battle. Captain was actually going for a huge concave, but then those force was actually limited amount of space that they can go in. So good play by Vulcan.
Possibly just go for an early attack. Or he might just take 3 bases early and then have a lot more production. He could do either way, but he can't go 2 base. I think he could have easily held that if he was at his natural, if he was defending at his bunkers. But even with the open ground
Yeah, that's right.
advantage against the force fields, it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's right. We see the players commenting about this map. Yes, indeed, it's a very beautiful map. I'm playing on medium to low settings, and even with that, well, graphics are amazing. Quite a bit of dead space in the top 1 o'clock as well as the bottom 7 o'clock position. That's as Zerg, I would like to position a lot of overlords here just to check out drops. But this map actually looks like Bonik, do you know Belshare Beach? This map actually looks like a tilted version of Belshare Beach.
Yeah, I said the same thing when it came in. It's just the middle is vertical instead of the
Oh,
horizontal, and you got the
yes,
nice
that's right,
forest
that's
in the
right.
middle, so you can hide anything you want there and just bait them to the middle and
Yeah, that's
crush
right.
people. But it's kind of hard unless you hold the Zelnaga. Otherwise, they'll just see inside the
That's right.
forest. So it's a really hard position to take. But if you can pull it off, it's like insta win.
Yeah. Okay, so we see both players going for a gas, gateway, and Rex each. So both players are going relatively safe. Surprisingly, I've never seen both these players go expansion first in both games. So I guess both players are wary of each other, not sure of each other's play styles. So Vulcan's gonna most probably follow up with a Cyber Core and additional 3 gateways as in the last game. And well, we see the SCV coming down. Captain might go for a expansion right after the Rex. Let's see how this plays out. So Captain already commenting on his build order. I guess he's a little bit phased.
Yeah, he was late on his gas, and he didn't expand. So
Uh,
first Protoss, you need to really expand early, because their one base is stronger than
yeah, that's
Terran
right.
one base.
That's right. Or he could be just playing mind games, just to get Vulcan comfortable and just, ruffle storm him.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens. Vulcan, if he scouts right now, it might be a bit too late, but you gotta scout Terrans early, because once they wall in, you can't see anything. You have to build the observer, or Zerg has to send in the overlord. So you definitely need to scout a
Yeah,
Terran
those
earlier.
speedy overlords. Speaking of Zerg, do you think Zerg is a little bit overpowered with the recent buff and such?
Um, well, it makes two Hellion poke like impossible now. Um, it makes
Yeah, that's right.
it makes the Reaper impossible because you can't do that
Yeah,
baiting
that's right.
thing. And it makes one Banshee very hard. You have to have cloak. You can't just
Yeah,
go one Banshee.
that's right. That's right. So, actually, my favorite matchup against Protoss, I would love it if the Protoss goes for airplay because it's very easy to hold off. I just need to build additional queens, counter those gas heavy units with purely mineral heavy units, build more queens, follow up with Hydralisk and do a strong queen Hydralisk push from there, and the Protoss basically has nothing to defend. So we see Captain goes for expansion as well as Vulcan. So both players is going to play passive this game.
No, Captain's
Let's see.
gonna move out.
Steel mining gas.
Captain's gonna move out right now
He's
because
gonna
this
move out
gets
shop.
a 2 racks play.
There you go.
Instead of the 1 racks expand, you make 2 racks, you take the gas, and you get stim started, you get
So
your
he's gonna.
reactor and tech lab early. So this is what I used to
That's
do
right.
a lot, and you just come up really early, really strong. He did get concussive straight away as well. So now
So,
Vulcan will have to waste his gas on force fields, sentries I mean.
sentries. Oh, he's putting 3 SCVs along, so he might. He gonna pull out a couple bunkers. I'm not sure. So he's gonna
Yeah,
push out the
that's a
red.
mistake. That's
Uh,
the SCVs are too far behind. He lost his timing, but foolishly Vulcan's chasing him He definitely doesn't want to do that.
Oh no, this is a bad move. He should. But the Immortal is out though. He might help him out a little bit, but the Immortal can't support on his own.
Yeah, so he's forced to that. So at least he'll know now that he's wasted a lot of gas now. He's got an Immortal,
Yeah.
so he knows he just needs to go heavy Marines. He won't be fearing Colossus or High Templar, any early tech. That won't be a problem.
That's right.
If he gets his Medivac out as soon as possible, yeah, he's making his factory now, then he can basically just pressure with that pack, waste force fields, and kind of go back for some healing and save everything.
Okay. So Captain is looking to make another. He's going to looking to pressure the Protoss again. Protoss, I'd love to see him drop Forge just to reinforce his natural. Captain, so he's going to push into Vulcan's natural right now. Does he have enough sentry? He has enough energy for one force field. So, but with the help of the Immortal, oh, that's Vulcan actually wasted one force
Ah,
field there.
sends the Immortal out. That was bad. Also, he sent one Marine in to bait that force field.
Yeah, that's right. We see Colossus tech coming down. Robotics support base coming down. But the thing is, does Vulcan have enough gas? He's only mining from 3 saturate 2 gas. He's just getting his 4th gas, so his Colossus might be Colossus production might be a little bit slow. Whereas Vulcan is going for the standard triple M ball.
Yeah, Captain did really well there. Let's see the units lost tab. He had a favor of just about 300 minerals, but
Yeah,
he took out the important things like the sentries and the Immortal.
yeah, those gas, yeah, the Immortal was huge. So we see additional gateways coming down for Vulcan, but then the two, oh there we go. I was just about to comment that they haven't been converted to warp gates. So we have 4 gases running now. First Colossus is just about to pop out, but love to see uh, Vulcan spend all his minerals on a couple of production cycles. Yeah, there we go. Then again, Captain is gonna have the upgrade advantage with +1 attack coming down. Combat shield about to finish. And yeah, superior economy goes down to Terran, of course. And we see Captain going for his 3rd command center as well. That's a very bold thing. And he's gonna push up, look to pressure Vulcan a little bit.
Loses 2 Stalkers for no reason.
He needs to be very, he needs to pay attention. Okay, Captain's looking to, he's gonna, oh, he has no, Vulcan has no pylon in his, there's a small little area in his main,
He's going around
and
for the
Captain's
drop,
gonna exploit this by dropping.
but
Yeah.
I don't
And,
think
oh
he's
no,
expecting the
Vulcan's totally out of
Colossus.
position.
Yeah, he runs in a few Marines. He ran in a few Marines to distract him and then dropped. But he shouldn't have been expecting Colossus because now that he sees the Colossus, there's not much ground army. So maybe in 3 to 4 minutes he'll max out. And then Vulcan won't have...
This drop is still alive, so this Vulcan's gonna snipe out this. Oh, that was close. 18 HP medivac, baller medivac. Close. So at the same time, let's see what Captain is looking to take his 3rd, starting his +1 armor, getting additional factory, and just macroing up basically. But he has a couple of idle SCVs though, a bit of advantage.
Yeah, I think Vulcan really needs something like a ton of zealots or stalkers right now because those Colossus are practically naked.
Yeah, that's right. Then supposing that he isn't spending his chrono boost either on the gateways or to replenish his probe that he lost. I think he lost about 7 to 8 probes earlier, and I'm surprised that he hasn't replenished it. Uh, Still producing Colossus. Love to see him. He is floating around 800 minerals. I'd love to see him macro a little bit of probes out of this while he pressures the Terran. I guess he doesn't know about Captain's turret, but he's just currently chilling out with 3 Colossus and does he have Vikings? Captain has 2 Vikings, additional 5 coming out, so he should make short work of those Colossus if he micro as well. And with the critical number of medivacs, Captain should be able to defend with the additional 3 bunkers as well.
Yeah, now if Vulcan gets a nice choke, then those Colossus will do a lot of damage, but he looks like it's forcing in too much.
He needs to push those, he needs to bring those sentries back and those stalkers forward. He needs to consistently pull down those guardian shields, but it's an okay engagement,
Oh, this is
I guess,
really well. The Vikings are down. The captain was balled up. He's still balled up.
Right.
He doesn't have a spread. And it looks like Vulcan might take this. Oh, there's too many medivacs.
It's gonna come on. Those medivacs, man. But the thing is, like I said, Vulcan's making a good push, but he doesn't have a strong economy to support this. If only he had built a couple of probes behind this, he should be able to support this, but I'd love to see him go back and start macroing up a little bit. But he's building up another Colossus, and he's not spending his resources, but then, like I say, he doesn't have a strong enough economy. I'd love to see him macro a little bit of probes out.
Yeah, he had lucky engagement, but like it still wasn't enough. He just couldn't do it because it's one base down. Also, I think he built his tech too quickly. His Colossus didn't have much support. There were a lot of zealots, but he pushed into the bunkers. If he would have forced everything to the ramp, then he would have had a really good position, but yeah, he lost a lot on that opening engagement. A lot of zealots fell.
That's right. So Captain is pushing a little bit. I saw one Reaper actually. I'm not sure whether that's a mistake or not, but okay, his drop is going to be seen by Vulcan because of the pylon. So it's probably going to get shut down. Yeah, again, but then Vulcan doesn't have much forces. He's only sending 3 sentries to defend against a 2 drops. And we see Captain actually trying to bust down the rocks. He has 1 Colossus and 4 sentries there, but okay, this Captain's going to make short work of his 3 sentries, and as well as take down this 2 forge. We're going to have to see Vulcan's going to pull back all his forces, and Captain's going to push up the natural, so it's going to be perfect for Captain.
They're sandwiching the army now.
That's a very good engagement by Captain.